going to try to do a little bit of pasture spraying and some hayfield spraying today. What I'm going to use is Tiffany's tractor and this sprayer that I fixed a few years ago. This sprayer, what it originally was a tobacco sprayer. Had booms come on up and one boom come off one side. And what I done is I cut all that stuff off and I put one of these boomless sprayers on it. I really like that thing. It makes it nice about going around fences and trees and things like that. You ain't got to worry about hitting your boom. But what I'm spraying is I'm going to be spraying some crossbow. I've got there's some around here somewhere. I've got some cockleburs coming and some mare's tail. Over there, some cockleburs. Not mare's tail, but ironweed and some other weeds and stuff here around the shop that I'm going to try to spray. And then some of the hay fields that I've got over here has got some ironweeds in it. I'm going to try to spray that too. But that's what I'm into right now. I was planning on trying to spray the oats that I drilled the other day. There's a lot of morning glories come up in that, but I don't have no 2,4-D, and that's what we'd rather spray. So Dad's going to try to pick some of that up tomorrow, and I'll probably try to spray that tomorrow or the next day or something. It's supposed to be pretty here for a while. Corn's coming on nicely. All this down here, or all my corn, is pretty much tousled out now. So I say about another 3 or 4 weeks or something. About 3 weeks we'll be chopping down here. Like I said before, we're going to chop about 30 acres down here for us to feed and to sell. But yeah, so that's what's happening. I done got my stuff in here, my spray in here. I just got to let this water fill up, and then I'll take off. So I just got done spraying this here. I didn't get no filming down in there. This right here is what I cleaned up last year before the dozer went down on me. There's about, I don't know, 3.5, maybe 4 acres time you count that little section over there. I wasn't able to get over there. There's a pretty good ditch. I bush hog part of this, back of this, but there's a lot of little trees and stuff trying to come up, so I thought I'd try to spray it. I was having a hard time getting grass to come on. I'm finally starting to get some in here, but it is still a little bit rough. Like I said, all this right in here, well, down there's the brush pile with big timber like that right there. And so it's taking a little bit to get some grass. I got some pretty good grass coming up in here. I did sow it down when we first got it cleaned up with fescue and annual rye. And as soon as I done all that, it wasn't long after I done it that it come a hard rain, and I think it washed most of my seed away. There's some ditches and stuff in here now that I'll need to get worked back up. But I sowed some wheat in here back in the fall. I just took just a seed sower and just scattered it around. 90% of that come up, so that helped. And then this spring I had a little bit of oats left, and I drilled this upper section right here, and that's helped holding everything back. But I was going to try to get rid of all these briars and little tree sprouts and things that's trying to come back. I've got all the stuff to do it. This right here is the property line down through there, and I've got all the posts and wire to put that up. I was hoping to have that done by now, but I ain't got that far. But anyway, that's what this is looking like right here. So I'll get some better video, or get you some video of me spraying up here below the shop in the hayfield there. That's a lot smoother ground. And this, I don't care to put a tractor on it. It's really not all that steep, but I really got to pay attention because, like I said, there is some ditches that's washed in there. So I just didn't worry with filming that. But anyway, that's what that's looking like. My intentions, I think I said in a previous video, I want to take this right on around. I can gain another probably 30 acres of pasture down here for cattle. And this right here is going to be about the steepest of it all. But I've got to get my dozers back up and going. So right here is what I'm wanting to try to get logged off and cleaned up for pasture. That one point over there, well, the point right there in that little section of the field there on the left hand side, I'm wanting to start right there and come all the way around. You can kind of tell right there where it rolls off pretty bad, but it's still not too terribly bad. And you can see some spots in here where I did get logged off last year. Some in there. And right here was where I was just spraying. It's like I said, going to be about the steepest there is. And there's about, I don't know, like I said, 3.5, 4 acres or something total there. And like I said, that was all in big timber, just like this over here. And like I said, that's the property line there where the trees and stuff starts. But like I said, that was all in big timber. But where I'm going to start spraying is I'm going to spray this here down below the shop. Like I said, there's some ironweeds and some cocoa burrs and a couple thistles and stuff in there, and it's just more than you need to spot spray. And when I get this little section done, I'm going to go out there by the tower and spray some out there. I got some ironweeds and stuff out there that needs to be sprayed. You can tell here in the field where I changed varieties of corn. It's a different color. This everything here on the right here is going to be for silage, and the rest of that's going to be shelling corn. And you can see the little spots that I left out for them to dove hunt in. But I'm gonna get started spraying here.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
So I'll kind of show you using the drone here at the shop, kind of give you an idea of what I've done to it here. So you can see here how much I actually did fill in. It's quite a bit. Like I said, I've got a pretty good sized level spots here now. And I'm wanting to make the silo down there a little bit bigger, so if I do that, I'm going to bring that dirt up here and give me a little more room. But you can see there more how much I leveled off. And where the bank started, before, you can kind of see that grassy strip right there, where the dirt and the grass starts. That was pretty close. That was pretty close to where that bank was on the side of the building. And then I took all that right in there with the backhoe sitting, and in front of the door, you can see there in front of the door, you know, that bank there, all that was dirt filled in. So I dug all that out, put all that down there. Give you a shot of all the concrete mess that come out of there. I still got to do something with, but anyway, that kind of gives you an idea of just how much that I did fill in and leveled up. And like I said, I'm wanting to eventually, I'm wanting to build a shed on the side of the building to give me a little more equipment space. And I think if I build me about a 16 or an 18 foot shed on the side, you can see there where I mowed that off there yesterday. You can see where the dirt rolls around, and where it rolls around is where I'm wanting to add some more to it. But anyway, if I put me about a 16 or 18 foot shed or something, kind of what I'm thinking, maybe a 20, it should wind up being about where that grass strip is. So I'm going to have plenty of room, I think, to get in and out of. That was my reasoning for doing what I did. And then it gives me a lot more room here anyway, because all this right here rolls off anyway. It's not level. You know, you can see kind of right here just how steep it was. So that's giving me a whole lot more room to add on or park equipment or whatever. Well, I sprayed out a couple tanks, done some other odd and end stuff down here, but that's going to help on some of the weed situation. I sprayed some down here a couple of years ago and just never did get back to finish. But I'm going to go home. I got to go pick up the girls. I've got to go home and edit some video from today and when we went on our trip to Tennessee. You'll probably see this video before you will the Tennessee video, just because there's going to be a whole lot more to the Tennessee video one. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.